I assume this is the right stream. There's one on Twitch too. What the hell was this? What? It's creepy. No, wait, I think this is the wrong one. Let's watch this one. It's less cringy, that's for sure. What the hell was that? Cursed. Yeah, I have it muted for now. It's just these people talking. Don't need to hear it. I'll turn it on when they start. It's always these people talking. Are you enjoying New Genesis Power Flood? I think the open world is trash, but I like the refinements they did to the combat. I just hate how I'm forced to run around in that shit to upgrade my gear. You can't, like, buy the materials. Because that's what I did in the last games. I just bought all that stuff. I didn't bother with it. I just bought the rings pre-made. I didn't bother doing all the grinding. Because wandering around and fishing and shit is boring, and it's not what I played for. I'm really upset that they shove it down your throat. Actually, it's in maintenance right now, isn't it? Didn't they go on maintenance today? Or is it tomorrow? I got tired of the lag, and I've been playing it less the past few days. I got to level 16, and then I just kind of stopped. I bought a shop pass, so maybe I can get some multi weapons or something. I didn't. I like how they have shop passes separate. That's actually a really nice change because premium's not worth buying right now. Oh, that's right. Mushihime-sama came out today on Switch, and Escaluda 2 and Dodonpachi Daifukatsu are coming to Switch too, which is amazing. I had a 360 copy of Escaluda. That's like one of the reasons I still have my 360. So I'm very happy for that. The other two don't have a release date. I think Escalada 2 is like one of my favorite cave shmups, so I'm very excited for that. That's going to be awesome. Finally, a new port. It's been like 15 years. Long time. They kind of stopped doing cave ports on Steam, so this is the next best thing. It's also standardized hardware. Okay, are they gonna show it or what? These people are just talking. I'm trying to find the right one. I guess this is the right one. You can't be serious right now. Do you play good games? Why would you want that? It's like the worst game. I don't think you play good games. Why would you want that? You need to play better games. You don't need those jank and more jank outsourced pseudo fighting games. NGS combat is good, yeah. I like the flow of it, but only having 3 moves really hurts it. It's gonna be they're not gonna add new moves until like I think the winter. I don't know why they didn't just release it. They didn't just release it in December. There've been less people complaining. Okay, which stream is it? It's like 500 streams and I can't find the right one. It's just these randos talking. All right.
Looking forward to it. I'm going to go over to the media area and I'm going to, I'm going to be horrified because it's going to be great. It's time, though, for our next presenter. And here with their 2021 E3 presentation is Bandai Namco presents House of Ashes.
An ancient horror has awoken from its slumber.
I don't care about this. Where are the weeb games?
Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow?
I didn't say SMT is bad. You're really getting on my nerves, man. You're putting words in my mouth.
Storage facility.
I'm getting really annoyed with it. Now is not the time.
Chemical weapons are hidden.
Did you even watch the stream earlier? I was praising SMT. Stop putting words in my mouth.
Ready to go dark.
To descend into the unknown
Not in the mood for it right now.
is extremely brave.
Right now, hold fire.
Or extremely foolish.
I hate when people put words in my mouth.
Brothers in arms, or will it be a case of each man for himself?
Get down! We're up on the ridge! Return fire!
You teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
What nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
You keep lookout.
Look out? Look out for what?
One by one, their lights will be snuffed out. Unless you can find the means to save them. Trapped beneath the earth, swallowed
We have to move. Let's go.
by the void. Will you find the path to salvation? Or be lost in the darkness forever?
Wait, is this all they have? Are they just gonna keep talking about this? Where's the Weeb games?
We're here at Supermassive.
Is this really
to
all
talk
they
about
have,
the
is
next
this
game
game?
in the Dark Pictures
I couldn't care
anthology,
less.
House of Ashes. And I'm joined by exec producer Dan. How you doing?
I hope this isn't the whole thing.
For joining us.
They have
Right,
to have something
so,
else, right?
Let's start at the very start. We're going to be talking about House of Ashes.
Like,
For most
nobody
of you,
watches
obviously,
these
but
for their
those that
Western
don't know,
games.
Tell us about the Dark Pictures anthology.
The Dark Pictures is a series of narrative, story-driven,
I so don't care.
branching horror stories. Each one is standalone. They each tell a different story, completely separated from the
I
others.
think this really
but
is
within
it.
the
They're
same
just gonna
universe,
talk about
so
this,
there is
whatever this
connection
is.
between them all. House of Ashes is set at the end of the Iraq War in 2003, with links 4,000 years ago that set the story up.
So tell us more about the theme and themes, I suppose, within House of Ashes.
It starts off with a military unit. They've got some new technology that can look for weapons of mass destruction underground. They think they've identified something in the Zagros Mountains in Iraq.
Is there like
And
another
then
stream
as
where
part
they're
of
talking
that, they
about
come into
something more
conflict with
interesting?
An Iraqi unit. There's a pitched
I don't really
firefight,
give a
and
crap
then
about this.
The two groups are plunged
all.
underground. There's an earthquake of some sort. And
Maybe there's
it's
another
revealed
one.
that
I'm
there's a
looking for
hidden
another
temple
one.
underground.
They're just gonna
There's
talk
big
about
massive
whatever this is. I
structures,
don't
but
care.
These different groups, they're all
Nope, the other
separated.
one is this too.
Radio contact is lost, and they're submerged.
Where's
in
the
this
weeb stuff?
darkness.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
And then they're going
Not
to start
interested.
hearing things and seeing things, and people are going to start disappearing.
What the
I think this really is it. I think they're just gonna
this
talk
time
about
it's
this
a
for
very
half an
real
hour.
threat.
All of the Dark Pictures games, they all pull something from real life or from history, from fact. What's the case with the myth or historical part of House of Ashes?
So we love looking at and reading myths and legends and stories and doing our research, and we know our fans love it as well because there's something that they can link into afterwards.
Okay, so
And-
is
and I
this
love doing
just
that when
talking
I'm
about
playing games
this,
and
or is there
watching
going to be
movies
something
myself.
else?
So this one's set 4,000 years ago.
This is
the
incredibly
Akkadian
boring.
Empire and this terrible evil that happened. We had this self-proclaimed god king, Naram Sin, and he essentially cursed his people. He sacked this temple and brought famine and devastation to his own people. And so a lot of the history is lost, but we've done a lot of research about it. And then we had a lot of happy accidents that linked into the story we wanted to tell. And the fun thing for us is we get to do our own take on it. We get to twist it, and obviously we've made our own truth from it.
At the end of the sneak peek, the trailer, we saw monsters. Tell us a bit more about what's going on there.
The military unit that you're playing as, they don't really know what they're coming up against. They're not human, they're bigger, they're larger, they're faster. The team aren't going to know if there's one or two of them or hundreds or thousands of them. And that's kind of the threat with this, they've got guns, maybe they could try and take one of them down. But maybe there's another one around the corner, or maybe there's a group of them, and maybe they're going to get ambushed.
Maybe they're like a cluster.
Exactly,
And they all
a
pop out at
nest,
once.
as it were.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to work on and see these
How
things
much is
move
there to
around
say
and
about
how
this?
horrific they can be. They're different
Yeah,
to
whatever
us,
the
they
hell
perceive
this
the world in a different way.
random game
Getting
is.
little snippets of it in the darkness.
They
and
really
was
have
that- did I
nothing
see
but
that?
this?
Was it something that moved?
Can't they like do
Or
this
is
some
it
other
actually just
time?
one of the other soldiers
I don't really
stuck
give
in
a
the
crap
battlefield?
about this
Who's
at
there?
all.
We like to try and misdirect people on things, that did you see something, did you not?
You
And
come to
that's a great
E3
thing
with like a
horror, that
Western
you think
game,
you're
and it's
gonna
like
be
that's
scared
what
right now.
nobody
And we're not going to scare you
nobody
now.
cares
We're
about
scaring
these
you
games.
and you're not expecting
At
it.
least not at E3.
Yeah, always.
So
I'm
should
looking
we
for the
expect
Japanese
another
output, not the random Western
Definitely.
stuff.
We love to do it.
That
it's
looks
fun-
like
fun for us to
everything
work on.
else.
It's horrific as it is, and we know that our fans love it as well.
They've
So,
already
there's at
announced, like,
least
30
60
shooters
unique
this
deaths, and there's a whole kind
E3.
of variation on that as well.
They really
So,
need to focus on
knowing
this. Like,
some
I
of the
can't
others,
find
you're gonna
another
see
stream
different things happening
where
to
they're,
them,
like,
depending on how
talking
you play
about
it out,
something
getting
actually
ripped and
interesting.
shredded and torn, and because there's a firefight, there's going to be bullets flying as well and all kinds of stuff. And it's not just.
I
the
was
death,
looking
it's the
forward to
gore
this,
that goes along
too.
with it, and
It's
there's
just
lots
whatever
of
the hell
blood.
this is.
Wicked.
I
It
don't
sounds
care what this
completely
guy's talking
terrifying.
about.
I'm in.
No, is it?
Let's speed it up. And get to the
What
weave
differences
stuff.
have you made or changes
How
have
much
you
is
made
there to
the,
talk
to the
about with this
gameplay
game?
and mechanics for House of Ashes?
We're always
I wasted
evolving
my
the Dark
time. I should have
Pictures.
just went back to
We
sleep.
listen to a lot of the feedback from our fans, and also our team, what they want to do, how they want to push things.
He's got a
forward.
lot to say.
So we tried some stuff in Little Hope with more camera control, 360 cameras at certain parts, and we've really leaned on that again, and it really works well. In House of Ashes, lots of the
I'm
games
about
get
to turn this
underground,
off.
so
I'm
these
about to turn this
corridors
off.
which are really
I can't
tight
take
and
this.
Oppressive.
Creepy.
Yeah, indeed. So we've had to learn because
It's like some of the sites say that this is all they're going to talk about,
some
but
opportunities for horror.
it seems like they implied there was going to be
to
something else.
Ramp up the tension.
I don't really give a crap about whatever this
the
is.
chance for jump scares, which we know some people love. We've also got a new torch mechanic, so it's military themed.
Yeah,
so these guys will
SE3's
walk
been
around
pretty
with
bad.
weapons, with torches mounted on them.
It's like some
We
of the
love
most
lighting that
generic,
we do, the sort of really inky
soulless
black
looking
darkness
games.
that we have, and sort of the
Very little
contrast to
else.
the bright areas. And so you're going to need to
You
lean
really
on that
need, like, a
torch
half
to
hour of
allow
this
you to
guy
see
talking.
where you're going, what the threat is, and that kind of stuff. We've also done things like added difficulty settings to this game. So in Little Hope we added QTE warning icons as an example, and we've got some really good positive feedback about that, but also some people want to turn that off. We want to allow you to play the game in your way.
I want to turn this
So
game
with our
off.
accessibility settings and difficulty settings. If you want to have a more casual experience, you can change those settings. Still, most of your characters.
Well,
are
then
gonna
don't
end
put
up
words
dead,
in my
but,
mouth.
That's
I get really
Always,
annoyed when you
but
do
that's what we
that,
come here
and
for.
you do
That's
it all
okay,
the
we can
time.
deal with it.
So please
So I've got to
stop.
ask, what was it like working
End of
with
discussion.
Ashley?
So Ashley was fantastic. She researched Rachel. She understood her when she came on the set, which is so refreshing. She knew her inside out.
I really get
And
annoyed
Rachel
when
is a
people
flawed
do that.
character, so she brought that through so fantastic.
And I put up with that a
the rest
lot
of
on
the
here.
cast were fantastic as well.
When we were looking for
So
Joey,
don't do
Celine
it.
helped me.
You didn't tell me this because...
You'd flip your shit.
We want you to connect to these characters and understand them as humans. We want them to seem real because they're real to us. We spend a long time designing them, and I don't mind if you hate any one individual character.
Yeah, I
you
don't.
don't like everyone in real
It's just
life.
like this.
But maybe
This
you'll
is
like
really
them
all
when
they're
you
going to
see
talk
the
about
journey
is
they go
this.
on.
Maybe you'll like them once they're dead and you feel bad about
Those
and
it.
you
leaks
feel
were
bad about it,
way
definitely.
more
But
interesting.
also, we want you to save them. We want you to try and save them. We know that some people want to get everyone killed straight away, and that's fine. That's their
That's cool.
playthrough. That's what
Yeah.
they want to do. But can you get everyone out alive and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on
yeah.
forever. I like
Yeah.
that. So, last question. Favorite scene?
Favorite scenes. So Salim, our Iraqi soldier, and Jason Kolchak, one of the Marines that's there. There's a way that can play out, and a sort of contest between them, and you can make it go in a number of different ways.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's really emotional. Seeing them film it, I was lucky enough to be there, and they've seen that come through in game. I think we've got
Call of
something
Duty
there. I think
people are
that's gold.
having some intense
And
arguments
then,
here.
of course, I love scaring people, so I love
Intense
the jump scares.
discussion.
I love the moments of tension.
Who gets the
that we
AK-47?
bring. We can't hold you in that moment, so
There's
we've
only
got some
one.
fantastic
They've been
jokes in there
outlawed.
as well to allow you to
Thrilling.
relax for a moment before we scare you again.
To take your mind off
Yeah.
the imminent threat. I like that. Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about, and I'm sure, I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just excited, I'm sure of it.
And it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and I can't wait to get it into people's hands.
Oh, I can't wait to play it too. I'm thrilled. Was that it?
Before we dive in to House of Ashes, see how scared you got. Of course, we want to thank.
Okay, they're
Razer
still
for
gonna
being
talk
one of
about
the
this game.
2021 sponsors, of course, giving us these.
Dude, I so
tired
don't
old
care.
blades nobody cares about, but this Blade 14 RTX 30.
I'm here for the weeb games.
I'm taking that.
Not the normie games.
Okay, we'll fight. Okay, well, we've done it before.
There's
You know
been
what, I'll take the hand-me-down. I'll be
an
a little
army
brother.
surplus
I'll
of
take the
normie
outdated-
games.
Nobody wants these anymore, right? Doesn't worry. Golden Boy, you just
Waited
saw
for
the
this
Dark
crap
Pictures
all day
anthology.
for nothing.
Yeah. Your first.
Now it's just
glimpse
these
of it. You got
randos
some
talking.
reaction.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on this. We're gonna play some Pinnacle of Combat. I'm sorry to waste people's time. I don't want to watch those guys talk about nothing. Could watch Seinfeld or Aqua Teen Hunger Force for that. Well, sorry to get people's hopes up. That was a whole lot of nothing. Well, it's 3 things I'm gonna buy this E3. It's not bad. It's not a bad tally. It's just when they say Bandai Namco E3, I expect it to be like more than one game, and like not a normie game. That's kind of weird to me. I don't really think the people who would be interested in that kind of thing would even watch E3. I don't know. I'm not going to begin to understand it. We're just going to play some Pinnacle of Combat for a bit. No. I don't feel like watching that guy talk about that game anymore. Too bad those leaks weren't true. What a waste of time. Both Capcom and Namco had, like, nothing. They're just gonna keep talking about whatever that zombie game is. That's all they're gonna talk about. It's just one game. What a fucking buzzkill. Yeah, hearing those random people talk was, like, driving me insane. Alright, well, let's finish up dailies today, so I can do some Bloody Palace tonight. I understand that, like, you know, there were probably bigger plans for this year, but, you know, especially in Japan, they've been completely ravaged by COVID, and they've had to push things back, but I still feel they could have shown more. That's my take on it. I went into it with pretty tempered expectations, and I was still disappointed. Capcom and Namco were worst. Capcom had nothing. They were pretty bad in my book. Namco had nothing too. Well, I didn't even watch that. What would they have that would be interesting? Normie games. I wasn't paying attention to anything that guy was saying. I was hoping that guy would go off, so it'd show something actually interesting. To me, at least. Nope. Bandai was nothing, so some normie game. They had literally nothing. Some normie zombie horror game with Call of Duty people. Like, as uninteresting as it could get. I gotta bother to watch it. You guys are free to watch it yourselves. I'm not gonna watch it. I've already sat through enough boring stuff today. Shit's making me depressed. If they do show something else, I'll turn it back on. Great camera. Nothing. Some normie game about Call of Duty people. Yeah, the best thing to come out of E3 is this game. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of hard getting used to the controls. I know none of you have played this game, but you kind of have to, like, unlearn the usual DMC control scheme to play this. Which I don't really have a problem with. I played, like, Assault Spy and stuff, which had pretty similar control schemes. But you have to unlearn a lot of your muscle memory, so it takes some adjustment. But I'm getting to that point where I'm playing pretty good. I was definitely playing better earlier. I'm pretty tired. I didn't get much sleep. I kind of planned out to watch all this stuff with you guys, and it ended up being mostly disappointing. I need to get some rest tonight. Yes and probably be easier to adjust this if we hadn't played any of the older games. Nah. Good fight. Good fight. Let's see who the boss is today. I think I've got another run of this, actually. I might just do this twice. And when I do my kitty sitting stream tonight, I'll probably just do some Bloody Palace. That or Son of Sparta. I was expecting to be watching Namco for like an hour, but then they had literally nothing, so... Ah, man, it's Pluto again? I don't like this boss. Weird hitboxes and everything he does. Wish it would stop giving me this boss. Probably gonna take a death here. Fucking annoying, man. Die. It's not a fun boss to fight. There's only one humanoid boss in the game. He's decent, but he has random armor. Oh well, still got the rewards. Doesn't matter. I wonder if you max out the bar, if it just gives you Pluto every time. My character's strong enough, I can burn through that horde of enemies pretty quickly. Because I got him yesterday, too. I'm not really a big fan of that fight. It's less annoying than in the story mode, for sure, because the shield doesn't have as much health. And when he gets off the chair, it's more interesting, but he has some bullshit hitboxes. Hyper-armored guys are ruining the fun. I'm so tired of this boss. Let me play as someone else. Now the controls glitched out. That's just brilliant. I don't know why it does that. Oh. That attempt's busted. Ugh. Sometimes the analog stick moves the mouse instead. I don't know why. I might have to do those dailies on the phone. It's too high risk. Are they still talking about that whatever that zombie Call of Duty people game was? They're still talking about it? It's just random people talking. Yep. What a bunch of crap. Why would they hype that up? You have one game. At least Capcom had, like, some updates to existing titles. You know, if you're into those games, there was something there for you. They just had nothing new. And Namco had nothing. Like, nobody cares about their Western stuff. It's just like Square Enix. When they focus on the Western stuff, it's like, well, no one really cares about Avengers. That's not what people are there for. They're there for, the weeb stuff. And they have, they failed to deliver on the weeb front. Well, the leak was talking about a port. An official port. But apparently they have nothing this year. Literally nothing. Just another Western game with gun people. Total buzzkill. I'm not gonna waste my time watching that. Yeah, I already paid for that. I'll be playing that. Whether I like it is anyone's guess, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Oops. Trying to get better at Royal Guard in this. The timing's kind of awkward. They have like 40 revives, so... using this opportunity to practice. They upgraded the anger gauge a bit. Seems like it increases how much you get per Just Guard. Does like no damage. There's always the complaint I had with Royal Guard in this game is that the payoff's not worth it. Especially since like half your moveset is tied to coming out of a dash. So when you're in Royal Guard, you lose a lot of your utility. It seems like we have to fill the bar up like the entire way. I definitely think that's something they should fix. It's high risk, low reward, basically. The DT runes are nice, like usual. But everything else about it doesn't have the payoff. It's not like 3 and 5, where it was really good to learn. In this game, it's just kind of there. I don't have it maxed yet, though. projectile spammer? Really? How is he still alive? No health left. Still going somehow. They're really obnoxious in this game because the camera trick doesn't work. Thing's starting to get a lot of health. I might go grind story. Try to get some more damage. These enemies suck too. Just obnoxious. Bursting. Burst way too often. This is no fun. All armored enemies and the annoying angel things. It's a crappy enemy combination. They keep spamming projectiles if you don't kill the big one. Get some more damage. They're gonna keep piling on the hyper armored enemies. The big ogre guy, he at least gets stunned, but that harp angel does not get staggered by anything. Kind of a boring enemy, especially since it just summons annoying enemies. Those angel things are real obnoxious. Try to grab some more damage. Let's see, I should be able to get an upgrade, yeah. Probably put some more points into this. Alright, well that's the majority of the dailies. I need to finish the Bloody Palace by... let's see, when does it reset? Oh, it resets in 4.5 days. So yeah, I'll be finished with it by then. I might go grind Son of Sparta for a bit and try to get a little bit more damage. They definitely they are becoming more tanky. So that's really all I have left to do in this game. I finished the story again. Alright, well, that's enough of that. Pretty disappointing E3, and there was some cool stuff at the Direct. River City Girls 2, Metroid Dread, probably not WarioWare. I might not actually get that one. Monkey Ball. Other than that, there's nothing. I kind of regret wasting my time watching all that. let's check Twitter, see if anything interesting actually happened. Oh, that's right. No, never mind. Mushihime-sama, Escaluda 2, and um, Donpachi Daifukatsu are coming to Switch. That was a like little unexpected out of left field thing, and they shadow dropped Mushihime-sama today, so I'm thinking about grabbing that. So yeah, there's actually more than I thought. There hasn't been an Escaluda port in ages. The other two games are available on Steam, but they have some weird inconsistency issues. They're not like really arcade perfect ports. I'm not good enough at the games to really care, but I definitely do prefer authenticity. So we'll see what happens there. I'm thinking I might buy Mushihime-sama right now. Let's see, how many points do I have? What happened in the pre-stream? Did they show anything? Actually, let me pull this up. Hold on. See if I feel like grabbing something, since there's only one shadow drop. That's Mushihime-sama, which I'm on the fence about getting because I've already spent so much on the channel this month. Let's pull that up. There's a couple things I wanted to check out that are on sale. Since the gaming budget's a little bit low, I wanted to see if there's anything good in here. Ninja Warriors, once again, for $10 is a steal, but I already own that game twice. I'm not buying it again. They have a physical and a digital. Oh, Uniclear is $20. DMC3 is $12. Zero ZX Collection. Fortunately, these are all games I already have. Indivisible for $7.50 is not bad, but that game is very half-baked. It does not live up to Valkyrie Profile, even though it does do some things better. It's not as much of a successor as they said it was going to be. Actually, Hunt Down, I'm thinking about grabbing that. I owe it to myself to play that game at some point. Crosscode I couldn't stand. There are way too many puzzles. I regret buying that game. It's a really good game, but it's just an excessive amount of puzzles. I wouldn't be surprised if their next game really, really tones that down. That's a lot of people's biggest complaints about that game. It's just like an endless gauntlet of puzzles. It has pretty good combat and like loot and adventure stuff going on too, but the puzzles just overpower everything else. It's not like Pinnacle of Combat where they have a couple annoying puzzles, but nothing you can't get past. Yeah, the only thing I'd really grab is probably Hunt Down. Hunt Down's a really good game. I haven't had the chance to play yet. I wonder how good of a port this is. Because the other two are... Oh, it has Tate mode too. Nice. That's actually really awesome. It actually does make it better than the... It makes it better than the PC version. That's what's nice about Switch games, or shmups on Switch, is you can do Tate mode really easily. Yeah, I think I might grab this and do a little quick port review on it. I forgot about the House of the Dead remake. I might try that too. Skull's coming to Switch soon. Forgot about this too. That's another game I'll be playing. But no release date. This keeps getting pushed back. Been interested in this game, but you keep delaying it. uh, Supposed to be a Getsu Fumaden patch in like 2 days. Hopefully that game gets better. Metroid Dread I'll get, obviously. I'm kind of bummed out that it's outsourced again, but I watched the Treehouse footage. It does look pretty solid. It's kind of a pipe dream to expect the old team to come back at this point. It was already pretty hard to get them back for Zero Mission. I remember back when that came out, they said that it was hard to get them all back. And that was like 17 years ago, so... It wouldn't have been the same people anyway. I hope that they do a good job with it. I mean, the dream would be for the Zero Mission team to come back, which was comprised of a lot of the original dev teams for like Super Metroid and the other games. But it was hard to get them back for that, and that was almost 20 years ago. So I don't think it really matters who makes it. They could have made it in-house and probably wouldn't have been much different. I don't even know what the Dark Anthology is. Are they even still alive? I don't know if they are. It's very similar to what they did with the Ninja Warriors once again, where the reason why they're doing those remakes is because they're all getting pretty old. They were pretty young when those games came out, but, you know, maybe like mid to late 20s, early 30s, but they're approaching like 60 to 70, and they wanted to remake those games before there was a chance. That is one thing that people forget about Metroid Dread, is that the original staff it was already hard to get them back for Zero Mission. They're being strongly supervised too, so we'll see what happens with it. I'm interested in giving it a chance. They did show a lot of gameplay today. They showed like 20 minutes of gameplay. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm much more excited for that than Prime 4. I like the Prime games, but because they're first-person shooters, they're just not as fun. There's a lot of limits that come with being a first-person shooter, like how fast the character can move and all of the some of the movement options you can't do anymore. Like if you remember back in Prime 2, they said that it was hard for them to add the screw attack because obviously in a first-person game, you can't have the character rotating around constantly. That's going to make people motion sick. So they had to devise a way to like zoom out the camera and show like the third person model in real time. Like things like that are very limiting in the Prime engine. You know, you can't have too much changing perspective because it will make people really disoriented or sick. I just don't find them as exciting as the 2D games. They just feel a lot better. I did beat all 3 Prime games. I think the first one is the best. The second one is like kind of in the middle, and the third one I thought was kind of the worst because they introduced a lot more talking. And the thing about Metroid has always been that they do environmental storytelling. You know, it tells a story without beating you over the head with a bunch of cutscenes and people talking. It didn't help that, like, Metroid has always been about isolation, and they tried to bring in these other bounty hunters. It's like, okay, well, these people are never going to be seen again. They're all going to die, which pretty much that's exactly what happens in Prime 3. They all just die and they're never seen again, so it's like, why should I care about them? They tried to add more traditional storytelling in Prime 3, and I don't think it really worked too well. There was a lot of talking in that game, and a lot of, like, forced trying to get you to care about characters that aren't going to stick around. Which is a shame. Metroid just doesn't work when you try to do that. Other M was the same way, too. A lot of talking from people you don't care about and being bossed around and stuff. It definitely does work better when you are just alone. Was there anything good at Bamco? No. What's that game about the Call of Duty people fighting zombies and monsters? That was it. Nothing else. Total buzzkill. Pretty bum deal, this E3. I understand that, like, they probably had a lot of things scheduled to come out this year, but then COVID hit and made it really hard to do, like, large-scale productions like that. But you think they would at least show, you know, some gameplay or some CG trailers or something. I definitely don't prefer CG trailers. I like to see the actual game I'm buying. But it seems like they're trying to kind of hold their cards for a while until they have more. And people wouldn't be interested in 2023 announcements either. That's way too far out. But it is odd how little there was to show. Nintendo had the best, yeah. I think there was something for everybody there. They had a lot of really good stuff. River City Girls 2 had no gameplay. That's not coming out until next year. River City Girls 1 was a pretty good game, but I felt like they really dropped the ball on the RPG mechanics. All the accessories and the gear in that game was really bad. None of it really made any impactful difference. The only thing that did was the secret stuff, the ones that made you super strong and fast. All the other gear was pointless. It didn't change how you played the game at all. If there's one thing they improve in River City Girls 2 is make the gear actually impactful. It really felt like... I did everything in that game. It really felt like you could take the gear system out of that game and it wouldn't be any different at all. River City Girls 2 was announced at the Limited Run Games stream. I think it was like 2 days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago. They showed a teaser. They didn't. They showed like a teaser image. There's no gameplay. Yeah, but people are already waiting for it, though. They're already waiting for it. That's definitely what I wanted to see. But I guess they figured it wasn't time. Most likely it's going to be like maybe first quarter next year. The limited run showcase had a lot of really cool stuff, yeah. If you like smaller games like me, yes. Obviously like Elden Ring and stuff is not going to get announced there, but River City Girls 2 was a random out of left field announcement. And they're also translating the Super Nintendo game. They're getting official translation for that, which there's been an English patch for that for years, but they're officially releasing that, which is pretty cool. It's actually a really cool thing that they're doing that because the first River City Girls heavily references that game, but I felt it was kind of stupid because nobody outside of Japan or like hardcore gamers like me played that game. So Kyoko and Masako, the girlfriends of Kunio and Riki, they originate from a Japan only Super Nintendo game, and they make a lot of references to it in the first River City Girls, but it felt pointless because hardly anybody has played that game. It was a nice throwback for like the really hardcore Kunio fans, but it didn't make much sense to rely so heavily on references from that when so few people would even understand it or even know that those are not way forward creations. Kyoko and Masako have been around for ages, but that game never came out outside of Japan. So it is cool that they're doing that. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in an old game like that, but it makes the fact that they put all those random references to that game in there pretty cool. Probably didn't take much effort to get that done, but it's a cool gesture for sure. River City Girls Zero, yeah, it's the Super Nintendo game translated. Yeah, they announced Zero, which is the old game translated in English, and then they announced an actual sequel. But the sequel had no gameplay; it's just a teaser image. That kind of fell under the radar for a lot of people. All right, we're gonna switch over to the Switch. No pun intended. Give me a little bit here. I just bought Mushihime-sama. Gotta wait for it to download, then I'll be switching over. Mesu King? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. No, no, I haven't. It's almost done downloading. Give me a second. Let's see how this runs first. I haven't played this in docked mode yet. The PC port is just very bare bones. I put up a little mini port review for it. Not really like a really in-depth one, but the games run fine. It's just the games run fine. They're just very bare bones ports. And Miss Bang. It does. It drops. It has a dynamic resolution too. This is my first time playing it in docked mode. I wanted to check this out really quick. So I play this a lot at my kitty sitting job. I've been playing this quite a bit over there. Which is why I bought it, even though I got a review key for PC. Portable? No, it's not that much different. It's 720p, both portable and docked. I think these games fall apart on the harder difficulties. It gets to the point where there's so few moves that you can use. Because the enemies don't let you use them. Which is not my kind of design. Razor's Edge is designed better in that regard. You know, this game you can get by with landing cancel UTs. You don't really have to do much more than that, which some people like. You know, that's fine. Razor's Edge definitely lets you use a little bit more of your tools, though. This guy's gotta go. Can't save until he goes. might play some AM2R on tonight's kitty sitting stream, since I have very little to do on DMC today. I already finished most of it. Let's see how I feel. It is Metroid's 35th anniversary. I've seen other people stream it and nothing's happened to them. I might. I also don't, like, openly announce it either. Very hush-hush about it. People have, like, full playthroughs. They have full playthroughs that are pretty recent. Yeah, there's a full run on here from 4 years ago. I think it will be fine as long as I don't draw a lot of attention to it. I forgot they added this. This is so stupid. What were they on? So I can tell this is a Japanese game. Random stuff like this. What? What? What does it want? What? Dude, I hate gimmick bosses. Oh, I have to shoot it with the bow, of course. My favorite. What a great boss. So random. It's like a Buddha statue and a Statue of Liberty fight in this game. Would you do the landing cancel, please? Or not? You did it that time. Love the instant grabs in these games. So fair. The Team Ninja classic. Like full screen, one frame grabs. With like freaking insane hitboxes. Can be like on the side of their body, nowhere near their arms, and still get hit. It's lasted all the way to Neo 2. They're never gonna let that go. Neo 2 is the same thing. You'll be like half a character length away from their body and still get hit. The hitbox is like fucking massive. And he can't react to it either. Yeah, he can rotate it. That's nice. player-friendly shmups? It's kind of a loaded question. I have a couple on here. So let me finish this first. Just want to do a port review for this. Damn it. This next track's one of my favorites. Level 3 and level 5 I like the most. Music in this game. You fight this big ass bug thing. This is a good track. This is a game about a screaming, obnoxious lolly collecting Doritos from bugs that shoot purple bullets. That's basically what this game is. And all the Doritos is making me hungry. There are Dorito bugs that shoot neon purple bullets. It's like the best product placement game because you're just bombarded by Doritos the entire time. Look at all those Doritos. Hey, more Doritos. That's a really inventive, really creative way to do a shmup level. You're basically just fighting one big enemy, and then the heart of it comes out. This track's good too. But the next track is the best one in the game. That's because it's Inabu Numiki doing the soundtrack. Very underrated video game composer. Same thing with Yosuke Yasui. That guy makes some good tracks too. He's more retro inspired. Alright, time for best track. 5th and final level. Get the Doritos. Definitely one of the best last level tracks. Oh, that would have bullet canceled too. I think that bullet cancels. Yeah, it does. Oh, you're welcome. Glad you got some enjoyment out of the disappointment. It's 4:17 here in California. I have to go into work soon. It's gonna take me a while to do a port review for this because I want to, I need to set up my dock. Played in Tate mode for a bit. Try to get it out for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm up for it though. I'm pretty tired. Kind of budgeted a lot of time for this E3 stuff, and mildly disappointing. Not entirely disappointing, mildly. That juicy bullet cancel. Yeah, it just came out today.
Yeah.
It got shadow dropped after the direct. Also, Escaluda 2 and Dodonpachi Daifukatsu are coming to Switch later this year. It got announced on the Japanese direct. They didn't talk about it on the American one. Yeah, it got shadow dropped a couple hours ago. This isn't my favorite cave shmup, because I can't stand the fucking protagonist. But I'm a sucker for a cave shmup. I'm not very good at them, like average at best. The only one I've 1cc'd is Daifukatsu on Novice. But I don't put a lot of time into these games. This is one of the easier ones to 1cc. Yeah, Espero Day is on here too, but it's only on the Japanese eShop. I just bought this off the US eShop a couple minutes ago. Espero Day is one I have not really played much. I want to grab that one at some point, but gaming budget's a little tapped right now. Don't think I can buy a whole lot else right now. Yeah, seems like a pretty good port, especially since you get built-in Tate mode really easily. Which is like secretly the best thing about Switch ports of shmups. It's a hell of a lot easier to just turn your Switch around than to rotate a monitor. Unless you're like super hardcore and you have one of those monitors that can rotate freely. But that's like the 0.1% of people have that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off soon. Oh wow, my rank is maxed out. That's cool. I guess it's because I no missed and I triggered break mode a couple times. I've actually put a decent amount of time into this, but when you auto-bomb, your rank goes down. It's nice how they give you an indicator for rank. A lot of the classic shmups don't ever tell you when your rank is down. What your rank is at. This game is a masterpiece. This is definitely one of the best shmups. It's on sale right now, actually. I should play this on the channel sometime this week. So I think it went under the radar. It's not just a port. It actually has a lot of new content. Basically 4 new modes. Well, 1 new mode and then 4 modes in that, so quite a bit. That's the mode I'm playing right now. This is a pretty long credit. Usually don't last this long in shmups. I've gotten pretty far on this. I think I got to like the last level on one credit. Alright, well, I think I'm too hungry to play this right now. Yeah, this is a surprisingly good port. Might actually be preferred by the hardcore players. I'm not well knowledge in this game enough to know like how arcade perfect it is, but the fact that it has built-in Tate mode is good. This does too. I actually play this in Tate mode quite a bit when I'm out. You just need a little kickstand for your Switch, and you can have like the authentic arcade experience. I think this has Tate mode too. Oh, yeah, it does. Yes, you could rotate it like that. I will see you guys when I go over to my kitty sitting job. I'll try to get a port review out for this, but I don't know if I'm up for it right now. E3's been pretty tiring and disappointing. I'll put up some gameplay, though. Catch you guys later.